Hi Morristown, this is Deborah Wolfe, and it's that wonderful time of year again, the Christmas season, my absolute favorite. And I love to decorate, and that's what we're going to do. Many of you are decorators also, because I've been seeing the homes around town and they're looking absolutely beautiful. We're going to go into one home that is in our historic district, and we're going to see what she has done and how she's done it. Very simple approach, but it looks great. In fact, you might like it so much, you call me, I'll help you buy the whole house. But anyway, stay tuned to Morristown TV today, and let's do some decorating. Hello Morristown, I'm Deborah Wolfe. This is my favorite time of the year, and the decorating is just a big event, isn't it, Jay? And I know that many of you have been decorating your homes, and today we're going to talk about some decorations that Jan Stelsman has done. So Jan, we're starting out in her living room, and she is in the historical district. So we're here in the living room, and first we're going to talk about the mantle. Every year, Jan does something just a little bit different. So, what do we have this year?
Well, first of all, let me say that we have 7 mantles in this house.
Wow, do all the fireplaces work?
I have 4 working fireplaces, 6 fireplaces that are intact as they were,
Wow.
and 1 that is a faux fireplace. The one owner prior to us decided to brick in a fireplace, but you really can't tell because we've done a great job of disguising it by purchasing a mantle that was made here in Morristown and that matches a mantle that is in this house. And this house was built sometime between 1906 and 1910. I know
Over
that.
100 years
yes,
old.
I know because the deed was registered in 1910, but I have found bricks that were actually manufactured on this site that were dated 1906.
Wow.
In the day that these homes were being built, many of the families paid for them as they built them, which is kind of unheard of today, but that was the way these homes were built. So it might have taken 2, 3, or 4 years. And Mr. McCandless, who built this house, was a well-known person here in this community. And one of the remarkable, interesting things is that Mr. Daddy Bill Hale, William Chamberlain Hale of the Hale brothers, sparked, and those are his words, he sparked Mr. McCandless's daughter Margaret right here in this very living room.
That's
so
great.
we have gone from the days where I'm sure they decorated with spruce and all sorts of beautiful greeneries and homemade bows to borrowing from retail stores here locally and doing my kind of own thing. Now this year I am doing I kind of refer to it as the Dr. Seuss Christmas.
And everybody loves Dr. Seuss.
Whimsical kinds of things. And the mantle, as you can see, is decorated with one of my favorites, this new mesh bows, because you really cannot harm or mess up
It has a lot of body to it.
Exactly. They're very easy to do.
Now, how did you adhere it to attach
I
it
have
to
it
your...
twist tied to my little mantle scarf.
Ah, yes,
And,
okay.
Just embellished it with
And you
some-
put a few
some
balls in
to
here
give
in
it
the
color
loops.
in here. And of course, all of these are great because all I had to do is just put them there.
I've noticed that in the past you've made,
Yes.
created some things.
Exactly.
This year you have done more of picking up just really cute decorative items and just setting them,
And setting
which
them.
now you're on my level of decorating.
Well, this is the fun way to do it. Packing up is not as much fun, but the easy part is when you pull everything out, it's just a placement. The tree, I tried to carry out the same theme. You'll see some of my old ornaments, the old Mercury ornaments, like the snowman. I've had him for many, many years. But then along the way, I have added other kinds of things, like my top hat. That's kind of a Dr. Seuss top hat. And I really, really have enjoyed my large candy canes.
Yeah, you have candy canes throughout this year, and I love
Exactly.
candy canes too.
And if you remember, I went from all the burgundies and golds, and now I'm really back into what I consider to be that Christmas color, those reds and greens and whites.
You're doing some of the greens that you have. I notice is the new lime also.
Exactly.
That we're seeing so much of. How did you fix the crown of the tree?
I just find fun things that appeal to me and make a big bow and stick them in.
So you just, did you have to put them on a stick, or did you find them?
Everything is just as if you would put it in a vase to make a flower arrangement. I just took the pieces and the parts and stuck each of those in that tree. And I will say, some of my favorite stores are from Pier 1 to
Hobby Lobby.
Dollar Tree,
yeah.
Hobby Lobby, Big Lots.
And
all
none of those are very
represented right here.
expensive, so you can make something really great.
And many of those ornaments came from the Dollar Tree, one of my very favorite places to find ornaments for my tree and decorative items.
Okay, let's go to the staircase around in the same room. Now tell me about this.
More fun with the mesh bows.
I was gonna say, just a huge bow and a big candy cane.
Yes.
Really, really simple.
Exactly. And I'm not a decorator. I just enjoy having fun. So if I can make this bow, trust me, anyone can fluff up the stuff and turn it into a bow.
Okay, tell me, how did you make this, secure this to the post here?
I use pieces just like this that is I tied around, tied in front, and these are the ends
And
from the
let that
pieces
just
that I
hang
tied.
down.
The reason in years past, I have done lots of decorating on this staircase, but this year, I've decided that this staircase is so beautiful, it's all oak, and that it needed to be the focal point. And so I embellished it as opposed to covering it.
Yes, you did. I love the bow. What about the dollhouse? Now, this is, and it's decorated for Christmas.
Yes. This dollhouse actually belongs to our granddaughter, Blakely Harness, and she loves it, and usually she is the decorator. She lives in Ohio now, so this year Grandma decorated it for her. Her granddaddy, Steve Stelsman, apprenticed to Michael Leonard. And Michael Leonard is well known in this community for the beautiful work he has done on building replica sailing ships from many
I'm seeing one of
years
his
ago.
ships, yeah.
And in fact, he has ships that are on exhibit at Rose Center. I'll give Steve some credit, but Michael Leonard pretty much built this little house.
Right,
And
right.
it was intended to look a lot like our home. And we used paint that was similar to the color of our home. Blakely has had many hours of enjoyment playing with this house, and it is very soon going to Ohio. It has a special place there waiting for her. In the meantime, it was so large that once it stopped here for Santa,
Yeah.
it had to stay.
It had to
Until
stay.
it goes
I can
home.
see. That is a big house.
It is
You're
a
right.
big house.
And I've noticed one other thing. You have a nativity on it's a fireplace.
It's a fireplace screen.
You have a nativity in every room, don't you?
I have a nativity in every room because, as you know and as I know, that is the reason for
That's
the
right.
season.
That's right.
And as much as we enjoy all these commercial things and all the fun aspects of Christmas, we want our family to never lose sight
That's
of
right.
the purpose and
Well-
the reason that we can celebrate such a wondrous and fun occasion. And I have a small nativity just on the other side.
It really has changed from the beginning of this season when Christ was born, from a humble manger in a stable, and look at what we have now.
Yes.
I think we've all gotten a little carried away, but we love it.
We do.
Makes the season so
We do.
festive
And
and
I do-
exciting.
And I have a nativity on the front porch that is much more like the original. We actually have a straw.
All right.
Have a stable.
Yeah.
So that on the front porch that people can see as they drive by is more in keeping with what we believe and what we read in our Bible, but it's fun to embellish a bit.
Okay, very good. Where are we going next? What
I
room?
think the dining room.
All right, let's go to the dining room and see what she's done on another mantle and
Another
also
mantle.
a table. Come with us.